Hi there. It might not shock you to hear that we're going to see more rain overnight. The spells of heavy and persistent rain will move north and bump into cold air, leading to hill snow in places. But for much of the UK, it's simply rain, and it will be heavy and persistent across Northern Ireland and western parts of England and Wales, and then into central and southern Scotland after midnight. But as it mixes with that colder air, some significant and potentially disruptive snow will affect mainly the hills of central and northern Scotland. A few flakes of snow are possible further south for the southern uplands, as well as the tops of the Pennines, but milder air soon arrives, so that by dawn it's really the hills, central belt northwards. Elsewhere across the UK, heavy spells of rain at times, a blustery start to Friday, but with that wind coming in from the southwest across many parts, 11 or 12 Celsius, a mild start in the south. 0 in the far north of Scotland, so a patchy frost perhaps before the cloud and the precipitation arrives later. But it is going to be a cold start for Scotland, that wind coming in from the northeast to bring showers. Some of these will be wintry for Shetland and Orkney. Some clear spells first thing for the far north of the mainland. Some wet weather potentially causing a lot of surface water through the central belt. Yellow rain warning in force here, but above 250 metres for central Scotland, that's where we'll see some snow accumulating 2 to 5 centimetres, and above 300 metres we're likely to see in places 10 centimetres. Could cause tricky conditions for some higher routes. Drying up for a time for southern Scotland, Northern Ireland, northern and western England as well as Wales. Further showers following the main band of blustery rain that moves through the East Midlands and eastern England first thing. Once that's out of the way, brighter skies follow for much of England and Wales. Sunny spells and showers, some heavy downpours, gusty winds as well. Longer spells of rain return for Northern Ireland, much of Scotland, but actually we've got milder air in place by now, so much of this will be rain rather than rain and hill snow. It's going to be gusty and it's going to be very mild, if not warm, across some southern and southeastern parts, up to 18 Celsius for the likes of East Anglia. But you can see the contrast further north across Scotland. We've still got the cold air. That becoming increasingly confined to the far north of Scotland, but nevertheless, in some parts of northern Scotland, not much higher than 3 or 4 Celsius through the day. Further wet weather moving north across Scotland on Friday night. Another bout of rain moves up across England, Wales, Northern Ireland, reaching Scotland after midnight once again, and this turns heavy and persistent as the night goes on. So a very wet start for Scotland, for Northern England, showers elsewhere, and the wind picking up as well. That's going to lead to a mild night for many parts of the UK, 12 or 13 in the south, still on the chilly side in the far north, but perhaps a little less so. And that wind is brought about by Storm Kathleen, named by Met Éireann because the strongest winds, as you can see by the tightly packed isobars, will be affecting the Republic of Ireland. Risk of 50 to 70 mile/hour winds for Western Britain and Northern Ireland, though the strongest winds affecting coasts where there will be large waves, so the risk of some localised coastal flooding with those waves. And so certainly a blustery day on Saturday with that strong wind, particularly across western parts where early rains are replaced by showers. The wettest weather hanging on across the north and northwest of Scotland. Elsewhere, brighter skies do emerge by the afternoon, and although it will be windy, the wind is bringing warm air in, and temperatures could reach 20 or even 21 or 22 Celsius somewhere like Norfolk or Suffolk. Elsewhere, mid to high teens, even across parts of Scotland where it's been so cold this week, we're likely to see those temperatures rebound up to 15 to 17 Celsius. So a remarkable uptick in temperatures by Saturday, albeit tempered by that strong wind courtesy of Storm Kathleen. Another bright day to come on Sunday, but further showers and gusty winds as well. But it will stay relatively warm for the time of year.